Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, world. It is indeed a beautiful day, and you're very much welcome to the week ending edition of Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. This is where the conversation that matters happen. By the way, on the program, we look at the headlines. These are juicy stories from the major dailies, and of course, we then get talking. And by the way, 11th of October. A day like this is a very special day, especially for the girl child, because it is the International Day of the Girl Child. This is a day set aside, to celebrate the girl child, the female gender all over the world, and to have conversations around what has to do with the young child. In this case, we're talking about girls. And so, if you have a girl, happy International Day to you, the young child or the adult, maybe some women are still some people's children. And so, happy International Day of the Girl Child to you as well. And to fathers that have girls, that have wives that were once a girl, and your wife will always be your girl. Happy International Day to all the women, especially the young children. So today, Money Spring, this special edition is dedicated to the girl child, and we'll be having conversation with a very important guest to discuss matters that has to do with the girl child today here on Morning Spring. Trust us to do justice to everything that we'll talk about here. Femi Ojo is my name, and I'm not the only one here, but you get to meet my co-anchor after this break. It's the Morning Spring of Western Spring Television. Once again, happy International Day of the Girl Child. We take this breather. When we come back, the program will continue. Stay with us.
Nigeria still has some breathtaking natural areas and national parks. These forests and wild places help maintain healthy ecosystems, clean rivers, rainfall, and even the oxygen we breathe. But if we allow our wildlife to be poached and our forests to be cut illegally, we may lose this forever. So let's do the right thing. Tell your families and friends not to buy illegal bushmeat or illegal timber from our protected forests. It's time to save our wildlife and forests in order to protect our natural heritage. Keep them wild, keep us safe.
Kiriji War, also known as Ekiti Parappa War, was waged among Yoruba main ethnic groups which emerged from the ruins of the falling Oyo Empire that were desperate to replace the awesome powers hitherto wielded by the Alaafin of Oyo. The Kiriji War is defined as a conflict of confederacy and unitary political system championed by Yorubas of different socio-economic and political interests. The Ibadan military aristocrats felt they deserved a dominant position for saving Yoruba land from being totally submerged by the Fulanis by their victory in Oshobo War of 1840 and Ijaye War of 1862. Kiriji War, that took its name from the booming motor sounds of European arms, festered for so long because the Industrial Revolution in Europe provoked high standards of slaves. The 16-year Civil War also caused the emergence of new powerful kingdoms like Ibadan and the rise of powerful personalities like Oluyole, Ogumola, Koromi, Latosha, Shodeke, Fabumi, and Ogedengbe. One of the fallouts of Kiriji War was the birth of creative political and leadership structure in Yoruba land that was a blend of federalism and autocratic monarchical system. Western Spring Television identifies Kiriji War as a watershed event.
Nigeria still has some breathtaking natural areas and national parks. These forests and wild places help maintain healthy ecosystems, clean rivers, rainfall, and even the oxygen we breathe. But if we allow our wildlife to be poached and our forests to be cut illegally, we may lose this forever. So let's do the right thing. Tell your families and friends not to buy illegal bushmeat or illegal timber from our protected forests. It's time to save our wildlife and forests in order to protect our natural heritage. Keep them wild, keep us safe.
Kiriji War, also known as Ekiti Parappa War, was waged among Yoruba main ethnic groups which emerged from the ruins of the falling Oyo Empire that were desperate to replace the awesome powers hitherto wielded by the Alaafin of Oyo. The Kiriji War is defined as a conflict of confederacy and unitary political system championed by Yorubas of different socio-economic and political interests. The Ibadan military aristocrats felt they deserved a dominant position for saving Yoruba land from being totally submerged by the Fulanis by their victory in Oshobo War of 1840 and Ijaye War of 1862. Kiriji War, that took its name from the booming mortar sounds of European arms, festered for so long because the Industrial Revolution in Europe provoked high standards of slaves. The 16-year Civil War also caused the emergence of new powerful kingdoms like Ibadan and the rise of powerful personalities like Oluyole, Ogunmola, Kuromi, Latosha, Shodeke, Fabumi, and Ogedengbe. One of the fallouts of Kiriji War was the birth of creative political and leadership structure in Yoruba land that was a blend of federalism and autocratic monarchical system. Western Spring Television identifies Kiriji War as a watershed event.
All right, thank you for staying with us. Just like I said earlier, every conversation here today will be about the women folk. And by the way, you can see me donning the pink as well. There's somebody in the studio whose pink is blinding. Good morning, Lady Pinky.
Good morning, Femi. How are you doing?
Very well.
I mean, it's a beautiful day, not just because
Before you
it's
say that,
Friday.
Happy International Day of the Girl Child to you.
All right,
by
thank
the
God
way.
you said that earlier.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, today's a beautiful day, not
It
just
is.
because it's Friday. You know, Fridays are I say they're my best days.
Right.
TGI, thank God it's Friday, but it's the International Day of the Girl Child, and today all over the world people celebrate the girl child and also lend their voices to ensure that girls everywhere, irrespective of their background, their race, color, nationality, get the best of life. So today is a very beautiful day. I love the fact that girls, you know, are getting the necessary awareness they should get at this time. My name is Evelyn Ohiole. I am a girl. Femi said earlier, and I'm my mommy's girl, yeah, and also someone else's girl, by the way. Happy International Day of the Girl Child to everyone out there, to every child, to everyone who is actually aspiring to be better.
Yeah, exactly. You know, somebody's girl. Okay. We'll have that conversation later. And by the way, the way you are going all along, voila for uno get girl.
But you have girls too now.
That's it. No, I have them enough in my house.
No.
You know, when I was leaving home, I gave them enough and say, Happy International Day to you girls. And when you come back, you gotta miss something good. By the way, and yeah, that will be the conversation today. Conversations around the girl child. But right now, we'll head straight to what the papers have for us today, and we have them here. And I'll be starting with The Guardian. The Guardian newspaper will be my first point of call. War against corruption, where anti-graft eagle turns a blind eye to sacred cows. War against corruption, where anti-graft eagle turns a blind eye to sacred cows. You should remember this conversation, Evelyn. The eagle with a blind eye. You know, the Guardian says a blind eye.
Yeah.
But on a previous program,
He said it's one eye.
It's a one-eyed eagle. By the
Yeah.
way, even in this picture, it's still a one-eyed eagle, and it seems the one eye is even a blind one, and that's what the Guardian is saying. You could see the picture of the eagle, you know, wearing the colors of the EFCC, holding something, but it appears graft. Another bird has escaped through the net of that particular eagle. And you know, you want detail of this particular description, pick up a copy of the paper, really. And here, my husband, not greedy, working for better future. All right, that's the First Lady Oluremi Tinubu there, you know, speaking on behalf of her husband, expectedly so. But you know, it is the take of the Nigerians, by the way, to decide, you know, if actually that is the truth. But then that's what a wife will do. Now, moving on, article CUPP, TUC, others knock Tinubu over handling of fuel subsidy. News page 6 has that. And Shatima, Kalu, Abiodun decry rising population of uneducated kids. Urge action. That will be part of our conversation today on educated children. You know, it seems that scourge, it's a sad one that the percentage is just increasing, and this one is coming from Vice President Shatima, Kalu, Abiodun, and they are all decrying rising population. I just will say, don't just decry. What exactly are you doing to improve the situation in concrete terms? Now, don't dare military defense headquarters wants Asari Dokubo. Don't dare military defense headquarters wants Asari Dokubo. You know, interesting take here, by the way. Even I'm not sure if actually you've seen that story in which the defense headquarters officially, their spokesperson, you know, spoke to the what they are calling daring of the military by former warlord in the Niger Delta, Mujahideen Asari Dokubo, you know, daring the military that, you know, in that video that he said he saw helicopters or choppers or jets of the military hovering around his house. And if actually they don't, you know, get away from his house, he has enough capacity to bring them down, and they should not just provoke him, you know, an individual, non-state actor, you know, not even a governor, not even a senator, not a president, not even a local government chairman in official capacity says, remove your planes or I'll do something to you people. And the Nigerian military responded to him and said, don't dare us. You know, it was looking more like a clownery, if I may use that particular thing. Somebody is telling you he has the capacity to bring down a military plane.
Yeah.
He has so many times displayed very dangerous weapons on live videos.
Yeah.
And the military is now warning.
Yeah.
They are warning an Asari Dokubo that you should not dare also. I don't know if actually there is any meaning to that. Like an institution of the state is warning an individual. How powerful can an individual be?
You know the saying, to be forewarned is to be forearmed.
Really?
So I mean the warning has to go before the harming. So it doesn't look like them going after Asari Dokubo would be witch hunting or something. So
Really?
they have to first warn him.
Yeah, playing the devil. That's what
I remember watching a video of Asari and he was really talking tough, and he had ammunitions around him. And okay, it wasn't with him before, but when it got to the heat of the moment, he just grabbed one and said, "Don't try us!" And someone at the background
He has displayed so many.
Someone at the background was telling him to take it off. He said, "Don't tell me that! Don't tell me that!" That's to tell you that he has this.
I've seen a video in which he paraded more than one weapon.
Yeah, and
military.
Are they telling
weapons.
us that he has license for all of these
I
weapons?
don't guess.
But
an individual.
But then the warning
in a particular video, there was a place that was on his balcony, and you know there are 2 soldiers wearing uniform, you know, giving hailings to the man. And this individual now that is talking this way, the Nigerian military, the state, if actually you know how these things making me to cringe, is warning an individual that you should not dare us.
It's because the harm is coming soon. Let's just give it to the Nigerian military.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting one there. Moving on, let me just round up from these. And reps kick against multiple tax burdens on Nigerians. Many persons say we've had it before. What's new? By the way, that will be all from The Guardian.
All right, from the Guardian newspaper this morning, we head on to The Punch. The Punch newspaper this Friday morning is talking majorly. I mean, that big, bold headline is on the petrol price hike. Ipman tackles NNPCL, threatens to stop operations with the riders. Marketers accuse NNPCL of inflating Dangote petrol price. Memon continues loading subsidized PMS. And still on the Punch newspaper, Sanwo-Olu inspects ongoing 7-story New Mercy Children Hospital. And really, I feel this is a very good one. Hospital for children, for kids. It's something we need in our country. Kudos to Lagos State. Data voice services fetch MTN Airtel 3.6 trillion naira. And, you know, there's this popular saying, Femi, that in Nigeria, if you don't have anything at all, have data. They'll tell you, use your last card to buy data, because with data, even if you're going through depression, you know, yesterday was the World Mental Health Day, you will see something online to laugh about. And I told something.
And if you're not careful as well, your data might land you in depression.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, and I told someone yesterday that the only reason why we do not have high rate of suicide in Nigeria is because we laugh a lot. Really, truly, we laugh a lot. Even at things that should make us angry, we have a way of turning it into cruise.
Humor, content,
and
money.
We just laugh about it. Right. But of course, there are some big guys that are cashing out from all of that, as we can see on the Punch newspaper this morning. MTN, Airtel, you know, data voice services fetched them about 3.6 trillion naira. A Lebanese jailed 14 years for sexually exploiting 2 teenage girls. Lebanese jailed 14 years for sexually exploiting 2 teenage girls. All right, that's a good one. At least there is conviction for that act. And I think if we are talking about this, Femi, I think we should focus more even on child marriage. We can say, okay, there was a consent of the parents to give this girl out in marriage to this older person or to another teenager, but we should also understand
about the consent of the
girl child. And below 18, the girl really doesn't have any consent to give. Yeah, so I think we should not just play selective justices. Let whatever it is that is happening in the South against child marriage and sexually exploiting the teenage girls.
It's okay. Then if others do it, then it's a crime.
Exactly. That's why military hasn't gone after Asari Dokubo, DHQ. You know, on The Guardian, they were warning. On The Punch here, they are giving reasons why they have not yet gone after Asari Dokubo. You can get more details of that on page 14 of The Punch newspaper. Nolgay threatens a suit over governor's bill to control LG funds. Nolgay threatens suit over governor's bill to control LG funds. 7 banks pay 392 billion naira tax. This is according to a report. Fulbara heads to Supreme Court as appeal court affirms pro-Wike lawmakers. Fulbara heads to Supreme Court as appeal court affirms pro-Wike lawmakers. And Oyedepo's 2 deputies step down next week. Oyedepo's 2 deputies step down next week. That will be all from the Punch newspaper this morning. And if I'm talking about Oyedepo, you saw the rating of universities. I mean, it's a digression from what we have, but it just popped up in my head. What number was your university? Did it make the first top 10?
Let's go back to where we are here.
Top 20?
By the way.
Tell me, top 30?
Next is the Daily Trust newspaper.
Okay. You would not answer.
You know what you are doing.
What am I doing?
For security reasons.
I mean, you can check up University of Benin on the list, by the way.
Wendy.
We made the top 10.
Let's go back to why we are here. Really, there are things you don't divulge for security reasons, by the way, for the reasons of intelligence. All right. Daily Trust is next. Daily Trust newspaper. Ipman tackles NNPCL over new petrol price. Say oil firm bought product for 899 naira, but sells at over 1,000 naira per liter. These are the issues, by the way. When NNPCL, said this is how much the fuel is going to be, I think like 2-3 weeks ago, and then Goto Refinery said that's not correct. People came at them and said, even I asked them as well, come with the real price, but they have not been able to do that even till now. But marketers are speaking to say there is something fishy there, and it will come down. Trading arm of National Oil Company, all right, and streets deserted as workers, students trek. And this one is not for exercise. It's not for for fitness. It's circumstantial. And Atiku knocks Tinubu. Amechi calls for protest. Atiku knocks Tinubu. Amechi calls for protest. And TUC seeks reversal of hike. And of course, you can see the picture, almost deserted, and some commuters on the streets looking, for help or means of transportation. These are the issues. Out of school children, threat to national security. Shatima, and here Plateau local government poll turns violent as protesters burn motorcycles, and Borno confirms escape of 6 repentant insurgents. Borno confirmed escape of 6 repentant insurgents in Nigeria. Right? You have every reason to laugh. How can a repentant insurgent be escaping?
That's what we talk about, the laughter part. I told you, Nigerians will laugh a lot.
How can a repentant insurgent escape? How repentant was that insurgent? And bandits appoint deposed village heads in my community. Sokoto local government chair is saying bandits appoint and they depose village heads in his community. These are the issues. Now, not that they are roaming free in some parts of the country, they are not appointing village heads and deposing as well. Through which powers, by the way? And you see the handlers of the government supporters, especially at the national level, saying no flag of the bandits are hoisted on any territory of the Nigerian space, and they are only operating in the fringes of Lake Chad. These are the issues, and we are seeing this right now. Not something that we are proud about, but then we should do better. Soldier starts police inspector to death in Lagos. NFIU raises concerns over inflow of weapons from Libya, and appeal court opposed pro-Wike lawmakers. River Speaker voids budget. Another drama loading in the series, by the way, or let me say another season loading in the drama series, by the way. It is Amaule. People are saying Wike wins again, and for some of us, it's sounding laughable. This is not about individuals winning. There is a country to run.
There is a
constitution to uphold. There is a state to govern. And we are hearing, Fubara wins today, Wike wins tomorrow. Where does that leave the people?
When will the people win? Because I say it all the time, the biggest loser
are the people.
Are the people.
The
biggest winner will be the people.
And so what?
Things
when will Rivers people win? When will Nigerian people win in all of these? These are the issues.
Yeah, and it speaks to the docility of Nigerians as a people, because naturally that should get you angered as a reverse person. I don't know what they call themselves. What do they call them? Is it riverines?
No.
Okay. Or rivals, whatever. But that should actually get them angry enough to say enough is enough. If both of you would not sheath your sword, then the people will come out and demand what they want, which is true governance. I mean, it's because I feel it's because the people are quiet in all of these. That's why the governor and his predecessor are having a free day. It's really another angle is the angle of the judiciary. Court orders everywhere. Politicians know how to just like you want to go to a mart or a store to say, oh yeah, and you are sure that you are going to get it. Just go there, give me another expert. Oh, Amaole wins again, so Wike has won at the appeal court or so, and then you are waiting for the battle royale, possibly at the Supreme Court. These are some of the issues that, just like Evelyn said, and I agree completely, when will the people of Rivers win?
when we Nigerians win these issues that leaders seems it's all about themselves, power, structure, influence. They want to emerge as the number one. But then it is what it is. Back to the matter. We did this quick break now. This is where we, take a pause. And when we come back, we'll be speaking to Everything Girl this morning. Very interesting topic it will be for our precious women, girls, ladies, female gender. Stay with us.